Rub on in the night and by a morning I get up and see your skin and strip off.
Bad like that. No joke.
I'm not even laugh. Body scream. Whiter than a white.
So I was very beautiful, light like a white woman. But after the after effects, that's when they started.
Does bleaching make a person look more attractive?
Yes! Yeah, because you know when you bleach, you're more attractive and man, they're really doing like crazy.
I want to make sure I understand. You want me to help you to lighten your skin color professionally?
Yeah.
Okay. What has led you to pursue this?
I believe that a lot of people kind of bash me or degrade me because of the color of my skin.
I know lightening my skin is politically incorrect, but that is the drastic measure that I have to take to call out everyone for criticizing my look.
Have you ever wondered why so many people in Jamaica go to extreme lengths to change the colour of their skin? It's a phenomenon that on the surface may seem like just another beauty trend, but dig a little deeper and you'll find a story woven with history, culture and even controversy. Skin bleaching isn't just about lightening one's complexion, it's about identity, power and perception. In Jamaica, it has become so common that it's impossible to ignore. Yet the reasons why it persists may surprise you. Now, imagine this. You're walking through the streets of Kingston and the air buzzes with the energy of a dance hall party. The music pulses and you hear a familiar voice, Vybz Kartel, one of Jamaica's most influential musicians. But it's not just his lyrics or rhythms that catch your attention, it's his skin, noticeably lighter than it once was. How did this become a symbol not of beauty but of status and confidence? Stick around, because this story dives far deeper than you might expect. Skin bleaching is the deliberate process of using chemicals to lighten the skin. For some, it's about erasing blemishes or evening out their tone, but for others, it's much more significant. It's tied to the idea that lighter skin is inherently more attractive, more accepted, and even more powerful. In Jamaica, where this practice is prevalent, the creams, soaps and homemade concoctions used for bleaching are sold on almost every corner. It's easy to buy into the dream of a lighter complexion, but few talk about the costs. Not just financial, but physical and emotional. Before we go further, take a moment to like this video, leave a comment and subscribe to Thriving Threads. It helps us bring you stories that uncover the deeper layers of culture, identity and societal trends like this one. Plus, there's so much more to uncover in this video, and you don't want to miss what's coming next. So where did this obsession begin? The history of skin bleaching in Jamaica is deeply rooted in colonialism. Back in the days of slavery, lighter skin was associated with privilege. Mixed-race individuals, often the offspring of enslaved women and their white masters, were sometimes given preferential treatment. They might work indoors rather than in the grueling conditions of the fields, and this distinction created a perception that lighter skin equated to a better life. Over time, this belief became ingrained in the culture, passed down through generations. But don't be mistaken, Jamaica isn't alone in this. Skin bleaching has been prevalent for decades across Africa, the Caribbean, and even parts of Asia.
When Jamaica was owned by the British, there were offspring of white people who were light complexioned, and they were the ones getting the jobs. They were the teachers, the nurses. Certainly you could not work in a bank if you were not light complexioned.
So from people promulgate this bleaching, thinking that if the lighter color people are the ones who are more likely to be employed, and those of them who want employment, some of them are the ones who do the bleaching.
This is a psychological problem. They probably have the syndrome called body dysmorphia.
In some countries, it's a billion-dollar industry. What's shocking, though, is how deeply these practices have been normalized. In places like Nigeria, Over 75% of women admit to using some form of skin lightening product. And while the motivations might vary slightly by region, the underlying message is the same. Lighter skin is perceived as a step up in society. That was just the tip of the iceberg. Keep watching, because further down in the video we will speak about the real issues at hand, and you definitely don't want to miss that. In Jamaica, however, the phenomenon became undeniably mainstream thanks to one man, Vybz Kartel. Known as the world boss, Kartel's influence on Jamaican culture is undeniable. Through his music, he not only normalized bleaching but celebrated it. Songs like Straight Jeans and Fitted and Cake Soap became anthems, encouraging fans to emulate his style. Suddenly, bleaching wasn't just a personal choice, it was a statement, a trend, and for many, a gateway to self-confidence. For a generation of young Jamaicans, Kartel's lighter complexion became a symbol of success and rebellion. But this trend didn't come without consequences. Skin bleaching products are far from harmless. Many contain ingredients like hydroquinone, a chemical banned in several countries, or mercury, which can be incredibly toxic. These chemicals strip away the skin's natural pigment, leaving it vulnerable to damage. Users often experience thinning skin, severe scarring, or even permanent discoloration. And that's not all. Prolonged use can lead to long-term health issues, including kidney damage and an increased risk of skin cancer. And if you think that's shocking, wait until you hear about the unconventional methods people turn to when they can't afford these products. Now let's pause for a moment. If you're enjoying this deep dive into the culture and controversy surrounding skin bleaching in Jamaica, be sure to subscribe to Thriving Threads. Your support helps us create more content that explores the stories shaping our world, and it's just one click away. As dangerous as these products can be, their cost often pushes people toward even riskier options. Many Jamaicans, unable to afford branded creams, turn to homemade solutions, mixing ingredients like toothpaste, curry powder, and even household bleach. These makeshift remedies are not only ineffective but extremely harmful, causing burns, infections, and worse. It's heartbreaking to see how far some will go to achieve a lighter complexion, risking their health and safety in the process. And yet, for many, the perceived benefits outweigh the risks. But what drives someone to take such extreme measures? It's not just about beauty, it's about opportunity. In a society where colorism, a preference for lighter skin, still looms large, bleaching is often seen as a way to get ahead. Many believe that a lighter complexion can boost their self-esteem, improve their job prospects, or even make them more desirable in relationships. It's a cycle perpetuated by deep-seated cultural norms, and breaking free from it is easier said than done. And here's where things get even more complicated. Despite the government and various organizations running campaigns to promote pride in black skin, bleaching remains widespread. Slogans like "Love the skin you're in" sound empowering, but for many they don't resonate deeply enough to undo generations of conditioning. Keep watching, because later in this video we'll explore whether there's hope for change and what needs to happen for Jamaica to move past this cultural phenomenon. While we've explored the cultural roots and the health risks of skin bleaching, there's another layer to this story: the economic impact. Skin bleaching isn't just a trend, it's an industry, and for many Jamaicans, a costly one. The creams and soaps marketed for skin lightening can be exorbitantly priced, often costing thousands of Jamaican dollars for a single jar. For those already living paycheck to paycheck, this creates an impossible dilemma: maintain the practice to fit societal expectations or prioritize basic needs. But what happens when the products are simply unaffordable? Many turn to cheaper homemade alternatives, and that's where the situation becomes even more dangerous.
You see the products them still, and me come up with my own idea to mix it. You see? So, and me the woman just mix it. Other people just mix them cream normal, but me do my thing different. And there's certain ingredients, and not all like this, you know. There's certain ingredients I'm putting in it, but I can't showcase, because as I say, it's a business. So if I give them out my remedy, I have to keep it secret like KFC recipe. So, it's a thing when I'm whiter than a white, that's my bleaching cream product. So who want it, just link me.
Alright.
skin bleaching is linked to skin cancer. Are you concerned about that?
Yeah, concerned about that, but stages now people always a bleach and I hardly hear complain about cancer by skin bleaching. I never see it yet, but my ear said but I never see it yet. And there's so many people who know a bleach, even long before me, and they never have a complaint about skin cancer.
People mix concoctions using everyday items like toothpaste, curry powder and even household bleach. These methods, while seemingly economical, are far from safe. They can cause severe burns, permanent scarring and infections that require costly medical treatment, ironically negating any financial savings. This cycle of risk and expense only deepens the economic strain on individuals and families. What's heartbreaking is how the financial burden of bleaching feeds into broader societal challenges. Many Jamaicans struggling to make ends meet feel an added pressure to conform to a beauty standard that equates lighter skin with success. This not only drains their resources, but also perpetuates a system where beauty is commodified and self-worth is tied to external appearance. And yet, as we'll see later, efforts to break this cycle have been met with mixed results. Before we dive deeper, let's take a moment to reflect. If you've been moved by the insights in this video, please like, comment and subscribe to Thriving Threads. Your support allows us to continue unpacking important cultural topics like this one. Plus, your voice matters. What are your thoughts on the economic pressures tied to skin bleaching? Let us know in the comments below. The roots of this phenomenon run deep, tracing back to Jamaica's colonial past. During slavery, lighter skin was often associated with privilege and power. Enslaved people with lighter complexions, usually the offspring of enslaved women and their white oppressors, were given preferential treatment. They might work indoors rather than in the fields, or in some cases they were granted more opportunities to learn trades or skills. This created a deeply entrenched belief that lighter skin equated to a better life. Fast forward to modern Jamaica, and while the context has shifted, the legacy of these colonial ideals persists. It's important to note that while racism isn't as pervasive in Jamaica as it is in some other parts of the world, colorism, the preference for lighter skin within the same racial group, remains a significant issue. Darker-skinned individuals often face harsher societal judgments and fewer opportunities, while those with lighter skin are perceived as more attractive, capable and deserving of success. This isn't just a Jamaican issue, of course. Across the globe, from Bollywood actresses endorsing fairness creams to Nigerian beauty influencers promoting lightening products, the same colonial beauty standards play out in different cultural contexts. But what makes the Jamaican experience unique is the intersection of these historical roots with the vibrant, rebellious energy of dancehall culture and the unfiltered realities of economic disparity. And that brings us to a crucial question. Why do so many people choose to bleach their skin, knowing the risks and challenges involved? The answer lies in a mix of psychological and societal factors. For many Jamaicans, bleaching is about more than just aesthetics. It's a way to boost self-esteem and, in some cases, to gain a perceived edge in society. Whether it's improving job prospects, attracting romantic partners, or simply feeling more confident, the motivations are deeply personal and shaped by external pressures. But there's also the societal aspect to consider. In communities where lighter skin is equated with success and attractiveness, the pressure to conform can be overwhelming. It's not uncommon for individuals who bleach their skin to receive praise and validation from their peers, reinforcing the idea that this practice is not only acceptable but desirable. At the same time, those who choose not to bleach, or who can't afford to, may face ridicule or be perceived as less ambitious or attractive. Despite these challenges, there have been concerted efforts to combat the bleaching epidemic and promote pride in natural black skin. The Jamaican government, along with various social activists and organizations, has launched public awareness campaigns encouraging people to love the skin you're in. These campaigns often feature influential figures from musicians to athletes, sharing messages of self-love and confidence. Music in particular has played a powerful role in this movement. While artists like Vybz Kartel have normalized bleaching, others have used their platforms to challenge these beauty standards. Songs celebrating melanin-rich skin tones and the natural beauty of blackness are gaining traction, signaling a slow but promising shift in cultural narratives. However, the persistence of skin bleaching suggests that these efforts, while important, are not enough on their own. For meaningful change to occur, there needs to be a deeper reckoning with the societal and historical forces driving this practice. This includes addressing colorism in all its forms, from the media we consume to the biases ingrained in our communities. It also requires creating opportunities for economic empowerment, so people don't feel pressured to alter their appearance as a means of getting ahead. As we near the end of this story, let's take a moment to reflect on what it all means. Skin bleaching in Jamaica isn't just about beauty products or personal choices. It's a mirror reflecting the lingering scars of colonialism, the realities of economic inequality, and the psychological toll of societal pressure. It's a complex issue that demands empathy, understanding, and action. But there is hope. With each new generation, there's an opportunity to redefine what beauty means in Jamaican society. By celebrating diversity, challenging outdated standards, and empowering individuals to embrace their natural selves, we can move toward a future where skin bleaching is no longer a cultural norm, but a historical footnote. Now it's your turn to join the conversation. What do you think about the skin bleaching phenomenon in Jamaica? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to Thriving Threads for more thought-provoking stories and insights. And remember, beauty comes in all shades. It's time to celebrate them all.